Hello, my angels. Well, today we are going to do a little traveling vlog. I am on the way to the DMV to get my passport renewed because I'm hoping, that my publisher in the UK will set up some kind of UK travel thing. I want to travel with my book and do some book signings, and I want to go to Canada too, which is our neighbor. But also out of the country. So I want to do some traveling with my book. So I've got to update my passport. But I thought that I would take advantage of this moment to just talk about emotions and holding our emotions, and also the holding of emotions of other people, and being understanding and understanding what it looks like. I have recently, had an awakening and an awareness of my loved one who was holding emotions, not because of feeling being selfish with their emotions, but because not wanting to burden me with those emotions, and also having to take time to process. It takes time, for some people it takes longer for them to process the emotions that they're feeling, because we're not all as comfortable with sharing our emotions as others are. Some are really comfortable with that, and other people are not. And there's reasons for that. Sometimes people as kids were shut down every time they tried to express their emotions, and especially men are taught in our society not to be emotional. And of course that's changing, but the remnants of that is still there. And sometimes when someone is holding their emotions in, they have maybe heartbroken feelings about certain things, or they're just feeling like there's strong emotions that they have, and they're holding on to those. They're unexpressed. The way that it could look on the surface is, it could look like someone not willing to share their emotions, someone who is being selfish with their emotions, someone who is annoyed or irritated with you all the time, because eventually your emotions need to come out. And when someone is holding, it starts to come out in irritations and annoyances in the person that they love the most, right? So what I'm saying is, sometimes we have to step back and really look at the situation when we're feeling annoyed with other people, or, especially the ones we're close to. If you have been feeling annoyed or irritated with someone, or it seems just like you're not getting along all of a sudden with someone, especially around this time during the holidays, I want you to really be silent a little bit more. Ask the person, what they're feeling, and give them the time and the space to express it without interjecting, because people who are having a tough time expressing their emotions need that space. The minute you interject something, that conversation is going to end. And the reluctance they had initially anyway, they're just going to give in to that. So what I found in my own life is, with my own spouse, he was holding some heartbreak from some situations that had nothing to do with me, as far as me causing it. But we've dealt with some things in our family, and we both had to deal with these things, but he's always been the stoic one, the one that was the strength and the support for me. And what appeared as growing apart or being distant was really just someone holding back their emotions because it was uncomfortable to express the heartbreak that he was feeling. And I think it's really important to recognize that a lot of times, we show, this is true with kids, right? They show the worst behavior when they're little. They show the worst behavior to their parents because the parent is the safest. So I want you to translate that into adult relationships. A lot of times when you're in a close relationship with someone, you might see the worst parts of them because you're the safest person that they could show it to. It's not intentional, but it is something, because they're trying to figure out how to express it, and it's coming out in annoyances and short temper, impatience. So if you're dealing with anyone in your life right now who is exuding some of these things, I want you to really think about what hardship are they enduring emotionally right now? What thing could they potentially be emotional about right now? Um, were there any major life things that happened around this time in their life that caused trauma and they're kind of reliving it silently? If you ask yourselves those questions, it helps you to understand that it's not about you, it's about the other person. And it can turn this around where you start asking, what can I do to ease this person's pain? Instead of, this person is being really obstinate or annoying right now. It completely changes the dynamic. And I will tell you, the outgrowth of listening and allowing them in their own time frame to express their feelings, as messy or as unpredictable as it may be, where it just out of nowhere, all of a sudden you got all these emotions. And I'm not saying these are like violent kind of emotions. I'm saying that all of a sudden a person breaks down in tears. It's important that everybody gets to express how they feel. And sometimes on the other end of that, it isn't at all about what you're going to say in response or an immediate hug or anything. It's about standing back and just letting the person empty out everything they've been holding so that they can express it, because after that, the deep, soulful connection comes. And so that's the work that I want you to focus on right now, and really look at, what we can do to help other people just who we love dearly, who might be annoying us right now, or maybe we've had more challenges with them lately. What can we do to think about what might they be going through right now, and then showing even more compassion and being silent when they finally do talk, to be able to express how they really feel, and realize it's not always about us. It's about us listening a lot and just being there for the other person, and how that can really strengthen a relationship that you were concerned was kind of getting a little more distant. So just put that in your pipe and smoke it a little bit, and think about what that could mean in your own relationships right now, in the relationships that are very special but maybe having conflict right now, especially around family. What questions could you ask that would open up understanding what they might be going through right now? That's all I had to say. Okay, I'm now here at the DMV, but in Puyallup, there's like usually never any wait because the population is low. Yes. So I'm off to go get my passport, but I wanted to just do a little vlog, take advantage of the time together. Mwah. Love you guys. See you soon.